fell onto the stage. All of you. That's okay. So before this, they were giving me shit, the other comics, because I asked for Wild Irish Rose. And that's the effects of Wild Irish Rose. That's the effects of drinking like a 16-year-old alcoholic. I figured Harvey would know about Wild Irish Rose in Jacksonville. That's okay. Great start. So I started doing comedy after I lost 190 pounds. Have you ever worked so hard to realize your shit personality is the problem? You know what I mean? Like, I could catch a dick easy at 350 pounds. Today I struggle. It's really shocking. None of you believe that. Thank you. You're like, your tits are fake. You can at least get a one-night stand. Anywho. No, but I do, it's wild losing that much weight, because every room I walk into, there's two guys I've slept with, and they have no idea who I am. They're the two guys sitting behind those cameras over there. Hey. It's good to see you two silver foxes again. It's been a long time.
You're welcome.
It's also weird because like my interpersonal relationships have changed with my married friends. They don't trust me around their husbands anymore. It's weird. I'm like, girl, I slept with them when I was fat. Why? Why would I do all that work to go back to your man? I have gained like 20 of the pounds back, unfortunately. That happens. But I'm on all these anorexic websites right now, trying to find a solution. Y'all on TikTok? Those frauds say the craziest shit. Like, nothing tastes as good as Skinny Feels. Nothing tastes as good as Skinny Feels. I'm like, they've never been to the NC State Fair. My first orgasm was halfway through a deep fried tweet. I've been chasing that ever since. I refuse to get on Ozempic. I'm like, I can't. Oh, whoops. That's fine. Yeah, but I refuse to get on Ozempic. I can't give up the deep fried Twinkies. Yeah. But it is like I've started trying to date again, so I've been watching rom-coms to like get in the mood. Like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That's my go-to. Wildly long movie, because I can lose a guy in one night. Easy. Are you two a couple? Have someone already done that to you yet? Asked you that? No. A couple got asked that, but anyway. How long have you been together? 3, 4 years? Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you my process to lose a guy in one night, and we're gonna see if any of them apply to you. So like the first step to lose a guy in one night, have irritable bowel syndrome. You do? He said yes for you? I love that. I love that she loves you that much, because the irritable bowel syndrome has ruined many of a relationship I've had. That's true love. Hold on to her. So the second step, I'm just going to direct the questions to you. Usually I do it to the woman, but you're the one with irritable bowel syndrome. Okay. So the second step to lose a person in one night is double text in the morning after. Tell them how much you love them immediately. Did you do that? You did? No. You didn't. She did? No. She did? Am I ugly? Because none of that has ever worked for me. So the third step to lose a guy one night is, this isn't directed to you, because you'll see why in a second. But the third step to lose a guy one night is when he's about to come inside you, you know, that moment, that first climax, you look him in the eyes right beforehand, and you just go, put a baby in me. You're never going to hear from that man again. Unless it's Nick Cannon. My name's Nick Cannon. Does anyone know Nick Cannon? Or Elon Musk, but that depends if you stay the gender you want you to. The libs laughed at that one. That's the wildest laugh I've ever heard, but I'm gonna be honest, like that's a comedian's wet dream right there. Like I hope that guy, whoever's laughing that way, is alone because my pussy is wet right now. Please, laugh more like that. Do it more, Daddy. Do it more, Daddy. That's actually how I sound life, and that's the love of my life. He died a few years ago in prison. It's really sad, yeah. The man of my dreams. His name was Ed Gein. But when you lose this much weight, you have like a little flappage. You know, you got a lot of leftover material. And Ed Gein, he was a serial killer. He really loved pottery barn. So he would take women and turn them into furniture.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for a forever home. I'm just a gal, bitch, looking for her forever, you know? But I realize if I'm tired of one night stands, I might need to become a nightstand. You know, like if I want to be unconditionally loved, a life as a love seat might do it. And it's like, I've never brought in light to any man's life, but maybe if I'm a lampshade, maybe I can be someone's forever home. You know. But have you guys heard of lot lizards? Y'all have those out here? Yeah, a few people left. There has to be, so a lot lizard, I'll explain it real quick. It's a parking lot hooker. In my late teens to early 20s, I was a homeless person. And I did what it took to survive. Clap. Yeah. But now, like, I'm retired, right? I no longer trip. Unless the price is right. Laugh again? Laugh again? Yeah, but I no longer trick. It's like, it's cool now, though. Everyone in Raleigh, at least, all the libs, they're like, sex work is real work. They say, they believe that. I'm not going to ask if you guys do. We're in Jacksonville. But they always say, they're like, sex work is real work. And I'm like, the women who cheer loudest for that have never sucked in with a snotty nose for money. Some of y'all, that took a second. No, but now I do work in corporate America. I'm a success story. You know, I went from the bottom to middle management. I'm really winning. Thank you. Thank you. Normally people clap at that. But it's weird because it's corporate America and hooking, not that different. It's really not. It's really not. It's like I smile when I want to leave. I pretend I got paid enough, right? And yeah, I want to kill myself every day. The only difference is now I pay taxes. And I'm kind of like, I should go back to tricking. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, taxation is theft, damn it. Yeah. But I was the type of homeless person, I was on food stamps, right? So I would basically go to Harris Teeter in Raleigh, and I'd buy sushi with my food stamps. I'm kind of the reason Republicans are right sometimes. And now I have a new food stamp card. It's a MasterCard. That's my new food stamp card. And I still buy sushi, it's just with Uber Eats now. My life's not that different. Credit card debt's tough. But it's like recently I broke up with a guy, I was dating a British man, older. I was like, I'm trying to find the legal way to trick, and that's marriage to a rich man. So I was dating this English dude. I let him colonize my pussy for a little bit. But he's very wealthy. He's like very wealthy, inside the Beltline, Raleigh money, snooty as hell, British. But we were walking through downtown Raleigh one day, and he looked at a building, and he said, I own that building. I was like, that's crazy, because I used to suck dick in the porta potty outside that building. The world really comes full circle. I was like, am I Julia Roberts? Normal girls want to like watch, Disney princess movies. I watched The Godfather and Pretty Woman. I'm a child of divorce. My parents were surprised at the outcome of that. That's okay. But I have a couple of stories from when I was homeless or recently actually. I'll run into my old homeless friends sometimes, and I like to flex on them. You know what I mean? Like, I like to be like, why don't you try coming inside, buddy? You can get a debit card. Have you ever had a debit card? It's great. But I ran into my buddy Eric recently, and I took him to a sandwich shop, because again, I'm going to flex on him that I'm better than him now. I got to do that. I met him in a porta potty. But Eric was taking his time picking a sandwich, taking his fucking time, and he was pissing me off because I was like, you might not have anywhere to be, but I do. I do have somewhere to be. And I started yelling at him, and I realized in that moment I don't look homeless anymore. You know, I just look like a white woman yelling at a black guy. That's Happy Juneteenth. Sorry. But I looked at Eric. I was like, dude, tell this woman, because the sandwich shop employee looked horrified. She was disgusted. And I said, Eric, tell this woman we know each other, please. Tell her about the time. Tell her about the time in Tent City you got a disability check and I got a job. Tell her about that. And he looks this woman dead in the eyes. And he goes, ma'am, I've never met this lady. And that is why I hate the homeless. None of you have to give them money. They're terrible little critters. I can say that, I was one. But there are like some happy stories from the homeless shelter. Like one year, it was Christmas time. And we had like the sorority mom of our shelter. Her name was Miss Sandra, amazing lady. But she wanted to be inclusive. Everyone was wishing each other Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I'm Jewish. The only homeless Jewish person who exists is let's be honest. But Miss Sandra turns to me and she wanted to be inclusive with the Merry Christmases. And she looked at me and she goes, Myra, and my name's Maya. And she goes, Myra, I just want to wish you a happy Holocaust, baby. And I said, do you mean Hanukkah? Is that what you mean? No. But it is the damnedest thing being a Jewish, Southern, homeless, formerly homeless, lotless. Like those things don't seem to match up, right? I'm so upset. I thought I was going to get an invitation to the Illuminati when I was 11 years old. Like kind of like Harry Potter got his invite to Hogwarts. And the years kept going and I wasn't getting the invitation. And then I found out about my Uncle Jeffrey Epstein. And I was like, you're telling me I could have been fucking Bill Clinton instead of Crockett? For a much bigger payday. And that's why I hate the Jews. I'm just kidding. Some of them are okay. Tough time for us out here. I don't identify with them anymore. They left me out of the Illuminati. It pisses me off. Are there any Jewish people in Jacksonville, North Carolina? No. And suddenly, I don't feel safe anymore. Someone's gonna have to walk me to my car. Yeah, but all in with this. So one of the really cool parts about losing all that weight, back to the weight loss, because I ran out of material, so we're gonna go on back with a smooth transition to the weight loss. But Lou was talking about his kid. I can one-up that. My 67-year-old father went and had a baby with a 36-year-old in China.
Hell yeah.
There is alive in my DNA. It's bumping. But like it's really fun because they gave birth to a little baby. And for context, I'm 34. So my sister mommy's 36, 2 years older. But they had a little baby. He's half Chinese, half Jewish. He's my little matzo ball dumpling. I keep trying to find pictures where we look alike, and I just keep picking ones where I'm high, though. Have you ever loved someone so much it made you like a little bit racist? But it's from a place of love, like well-intentioned racism and stuff. Happy Juneteenth. What are the Asian holidays? Whatever. Happy Kung Flu. Anyway, I think that's all I got tonight. You guys